My name is Ryan and welcome back. This is another unboxing and first impressions video. This time this is the Strich HSS strat-style guitar. Now Strich did provide this guitar for the sake of the review. However, I think it's pretty cool. This was shipped through Amazon, just like it would be as if I purchased it. Now we get to open it together. It's a beginner guitar kit designed for someone just getting into it. So that's kind of the view I want to take here. Plan is to play the kit together, see what it sounds like with the amp that's included in here. Strich. Guitar, accessories, the amp, a gig bag. Oh, gotcha.
Gotcha.
I got styrofoam all over myself too. I want to go over some of the accessories first before we really dive into the guitar. The gig bag feels very sturdy. I think it looks nice. Yeah, it says it's a padded gig bag and it definitely is. This is good. It's got like a bumper on the bottom for where the strap button is, so you don't kind of blow through the bottom. Nice big pocket, good padding. Handle, backpack straps, very good. The bag's cool. It has this like extra die from where they did like a screen print of the logo. This is nice, but the extra stuff kind of flakes off. That's styrofoam, not the flakiness. All right, so we have a set of strings, 9 to 42. So this is actually really cool that it specifies, because 9 times out of 10, when you get those cheap free strings with a guitar kit, it never tells you the gauge. I really like that they include that. And the packaging is very sturdy. It's like a vinyl plastic polishing cloth because, you know, you got to keep it clean. This is a capo. Yeah. Got to test it out, you know, just like when you get tongs. I think it'd do the job. It says it's a premium guitar cable, 10 feet long. It looks pretty good. And it's not one of those super thin ones that's going to break the second you step on it or something. All right, yeah. Usually in these kits, you get like a super ultra cheap strap. This actually looks pretty good. It's got metal connectors, metal hardware. It's wider and it feels sturdier than most of those inexpensive guitar straps. I actually think it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, and we've got the digital tuner. There we go. This looks just like ones I've received before, but it's got the Strich name on it. I have a tuner that looks identical to this at home, and it actually works really, really well. Now we're going to turn our attention towards what you came here to see, the guitar. We'll get a chance to check out the amp as well. So first impressions. No sharp fret ends that I can feel. It looks to be a full thickness body, or very close, but I think it is full thickness. It's definitely not like an ultra thin body like a lot of Squiers are. Some kids like a thin body on a Strat, but I think in terms of like, you know, long term, I think it's good to have full size and it's better for mods. I'd say that is a plus. I do see at least one minor paint blemish on the top. It looks like you might be able to buff it out though, actually. But up here, there's like a little spot where it's not really super polished maybe. So out of the box, we're at about 2.75 millimeters action at the 12th fret, so that is pretty high. There's a little too much relief at the neck, but it will improve it a little bit. I think the frets really do need a good polish, and the fretboard, it might be some kind of engineered or composite material. It wouldn't be easy for a beginner to adjust things like the neck and the saddles to work on that action. That's best left to someone with experience, whether a beginner knows someone or can take it to a music shop. I don't expect a guitar to be in tune right out of the box. I mean, this thing was shipped from China to a warehouse, and it sat in a warehouse for who knows how long. The frets definitely have not been polished. They don't feel as bad as they look. You can hear that, right? So yes, you can definitely hear it and feel it. It looks to me like maybe some spray or something. I don't know, something apparently got onto the frets. The nut looks really, really good. It's very, very clean. Looks like it was cut pretty nicely. And it looks like it's nice material. I think it said synthetic bone. So I don't know if it's plastic or if it's maybe like a little upgraded from there. The weight feels really good. I'm gonna guess probably around 7 pounds or so. I haven't put it on the scale. I really think they're onto something with this headstock design. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? I will say it looks pretty nice. It feels good. It does not feel super cheap or anything. So a lot of guitars in the sort of like $120 to $200 price range, especially in kits like this, can be super cheap, and they can feel like there are a lot of corners cut. So far, I'm not really getting that. So if I could say so far, the biggest need for this thing is attention in the setup, because out of the box, the action needs to be adjusted and the frets need some polishing. I will say this guitar does look nice. I'm pretty impressed by all the accessories it comes with. They seem to be quality. They were packaged really nicely. I'm also really looking forward to trying out this little amp. So the tuners actually feel pretty good. These feel sturdy. They're pretty responsive. I mean, they seem to be doing the job, at least initially. You need to usually stretch out the strings, tune it up several times, play, tune, before it really holds tune. So I did unfortunately suffer a pretty major cut on my finger here, so that's going to make it tough to play. I tried to play after and couldn't really use this finger at all. The demo is going to be a little limited here. It was pretty bad. Oh, geez. We have what looks like a charging cable and cool little amp. Now, I'm not expecting this thing to sound, you know, like a big stack or anything. I'm hoping it's charged. You can play music through this. So I'm thinking even if someone decides to get a bigger amp or a name brand amp, it could be really cool to keep this even just as like a Bluetooth speaker with a built-in rechargeable battery. I have the gain up a little because usually you need the gain on at least a little bit to really get some sound through it. And we actually have clean and overdrive channels, so that's cool. The knobs feel really good. Pickup selector switch feels nice and sturdy. It's not bent. So this is the tone on the middle pickup. So you have the humbucker single. So we have it on 3/4. So this I think is like a more traditional wiring. I don't think the tone is really impacting the bridge pickup. Notice there, it's in position number 2, so I've got the first 2 pickups engaged. So you definitely get much more response on the tone knob there. Position 4. There is also the tone knob on the amp, so let's see what that does. I usually don't expect a whole lot out of these small amps, but I mean, this one sounds pretty decent, and it actually is pretty loud, even with the gain down low. So let's crank up the gain a little bit. Humbucker. Bleed back the volume just a little, just to clean that up. I'm not trying to bust through the bandage here. All right, so this is actually the clean setting before we had it in overdrive. After playing kind of crudely for about 10 minutes, it's pretty much in tune. It's slightly off. I'm pretty happy to see that. Overall, this guitar is pretty cool. I think this kit is super nice. The accessories are very good. This little amp is actually really fun. I wish it had like a belt clip or something so you could kind of clip it on and walk around or be a little more mobile with it. I am definitely pretty impressed. My 3-word review for this guitar is sweet bundle for a beginner. It does need a little bit of work on the setup though. So if you're prepared to either learn some of this stuff yourself or have someone help you, then I think this is a good bundle for you. It's also possible that I just happened to get one with action that was, you know, relatively high, but I could see this being super playable, and I think it sounds pretty good. I'd be pretty happy if I got this as a gift on Christmas morning. Now it's time for what I call expectation versus reality. I was expecting to receive a pretty decent budget bundle from Amazon, and what I received is a pretty decent budget bundle from Amazon, just like you would receive if you purchased the guitar. Then I think you'd have a really reliable kit that I think would keep you going for quite a while. And I think this actually would keep someone happy as they learn and progress. I think eventually someone would probably want a bigger amp because this could become a nice Bluetooth speaker at that point and still have a purpose with a rechargeable battery. I'd say the advantages here are the accessories. The build quality feels pretty good. The neck is nice. The fingerboard is interesting. The body is in nice shape with not really any major blemishes or anything. The quality feels good. It feels sturdy. I'd put this above many of the other budget instruments that I've tested. I think this is a pretty good option in today's competitive market. Thanks for taking the time to check this out with me. I'd like to keep playing, but I've got to go change my bandages.